your wits end. Wits end, wits end. Do we ever feel like in this life that every once in a while, just sometimes, just every now and then, that we are at our wits end? We feel that we are at our wits end, that if one more storm comes up, just one more headache, if we just get one more bad phone call, just one more heap of news that is not good, that we feel we are at our wits end. I believe, beloved, we all in the household of faith have been to the breaking point of life of feeling, or what we call our wits end moment. And we really don't know what to do, or perhaps where to run for cover. Am I right about it? We are at our wits end. You see, beloved, sometimes in life that we might have all the happiness that we want, might have a little money in the bank, family may be doing well, but we still every now and then encounter those moments of life that we feel that we are at our wits end moments. You see, it's those wits end factors or variables such as a sickness that we didn't expect to encounter in our what we thought were healthy bodies. It's perhaps losing loved ones that we thought would live a long old age before they passed away. It's those wits end moments of the bills that are due, and we don't have enough financial resources to make ends meet. Or perhaps those children, sometimes, you know, we love them to death, but every now and then they don't always do what we want them to do. Don't act the way we want them to act. So we just feel every now and then that we are in those wits end moments. Or just life itself, sometimes we're running 100 miles per hour. And it seems we're getting nowhere. It's just those moments that we all encounter sometimes that we feel we are at our wits' end. Beloved, this text here is for those wits end folks. It's for those folks this morning who feel that God has deserted you in your situation. It's for those folks this morning that thank God don't know where you are or what you stand in the need of. This message or this text this morning is for those that thank God has forgotten about you. And you feel that you are in danger, so to speak. This particular psalm here was written as a celebration of the power of God, and that he offers us hope, encouragement, and restoration. And this text here, it shows us how God commands the forces of nature to come. Psalm here is to celebrate the Jews' return from exile in Babylon. This psalm perhaps is for praise, for worship of God's work and his deliverance through his wonderful word to us. And I just want you to know something. The same God in the text is the same God that will rescue you when you too feel you are at your wits' end of breaking. It's in the text here. We see people within the makeup of 4 different groups of people here. If you look here, perhaps in the 4th through the 9th verse, we see perhaps people that were restless. Have you ever been to the point sometimes you get restless in life, waiting for an answer? And then we look here in the 10th through the 16th verse, we see some resistant type of people. But then we look at the 17th through the 22nd, we see folks that are rebellious. And then we look at the 23rd through the 32nd verse. We see some folks who are reeling. That means they're running, they're scattering around. They were scattering because they were encountering some rough seas. And they were starting to come apart, so to speak, because they were afraid. You see, beloved, we don't know if these people, or if they were cells, if they were experienced folks. We don't know that or not, but we know from the text is they were in danger. The 26th verse tells us their ships were tossed to the heavens and plunged again to the depths. the people cringed in terror. It said they acted staggered like drunkards. You know how it is when you see some folks every now and then that under the influence of something that they don't need, that they act as if they're drunk. But these people here, they cried in their trouble and in their distress because they were on the sea. You know, most times any of us that's out on the sea on a ship, when the water become rough, we all become fearful because we know oftentimes it's more water than we can encounter. It's oftentimes water that we can't walk on. So we all have those moments of being on the sea and becoming fearful. So you see here, they are fearful. They're threatened here to give up in the midst of a storm. You see, it's no different. It's just like us sometimes. When we are at our wits' ends of life, from the trials and tribulations that we are encountering, from the winds that are blowing against what we call faith. And we too, every now and then, we want to give up. But you see, beloved, I want you to see something here. Keep in mind now, they wanted to give up, but not give up in their faith. Are you with me? It's not the end here of their faith. They just simply got scared. Just like us sometimes when we get disturbing news, we don't give up in our faith. We just have a little sadness from the news. But look at the text where we see Jesus is a present help in your wits end moment in the 29th verse here, when it tells us that he stilled the storm to a whisper. The waves of the sea were hushed. You ought to shout right there. Somebody ought to say, Lord, I thank you right there to know this morning that whatever storm I'm in right now, whatever storm I may be encountering, I know that you are in my storm, and I know that if I stand on your word, you will still my storm. You ought to shout and say, Lord, I thank you for storming, for coming in a storm and calming. You see, the God that we serve, he's about to serve notice right in the middle of somebody's storm this morning. He's about to serve notice right in the midst of your waves blowing against you. He's about to calm your troubles. He's about to calm your waters and your fears. Aren't you glad about it this morning? Somebody will say, yes. I'm glad to know he's about to calm a storm. You see, beloved, these people, they're really in a fix. They're in a fix because of the conditions of the waters. And we all know that we too sometimes get fearful